Does the world seem crazy to you? Does it?
It's Sissy's Soup.
Well, folks have sent me some more questions to answer. I don't know why. But here's the first one. Rattled to the Core writes, Dear Sissy, I'm living with a monster. Well, my 14-year-old daughter is a tyrant in our house. My husband and I are scared to death of her. She screams at us, slams doors, throws food. We try not to speak so we don't set her off, but you just never know. What should we do? I love this. These parents are clueless. Listen here, Rattled to the Core. Have you and your husband ever thought of moving while your daughter is at school and not leaving a forwarding address? Desperate times. No, seriously, here's what I would do if you got the guts for it. Next time she has one of those fits, wait till she goes to school, then have her phone turned off. That'll get her attention. Oh, she has a phone. Think about it. Then, while she's still at school, go into her room and take out everything that's not essential. Take the TV, the Game Boy, the iPad, the computer. Oh, take her hairdryer too. They hate that. Make her sit with the two of you to do her homework. It'll be hell at first, but it'll make a great story down the road. Now, when she comes home from school and finds all this, she's gonna freak out on you. It won't be pleasant, but you'll get through it. Be strong. The trick is to stay calm, cool as a cucumber, icy, frozen. Just let her rant and rave, but watch out for flying objects. If she tries to run off, call the police. Don't lock her in her room, though. You can get into trouble for that. It may take a week or two, but if she's smart, she'll settle down. Honestly, I'm not hopeful that you can handle this. You already let this get pretty far. You know what? I bet there are lots of videos on YouTube about handling teenagers. Look it up. Lord. Here's the next one. This is from Belglade Maid. She writes, Dear Sissy, I'm from here. Well, I wonder where here is. Oh, I see, it's Belglade Maid. Belglade is a little town on Lake Okeechobee south of here. Okay, so she says, I'm from here, but my in-laws are from up north. When they visit, they love to get my goat by telling me Florida's not really the South. I think they do it just to aggravate me. How do I handle them? Okay, I love this question. I've heard this a lot. What does it mean to be Southern? Well, first, let's look at a map. Looks like Florida's as far south as you can go. Okay, that's geography. So what about history? Well, before the Civil War, Florida had an economy that depended in part on slavery. I'm not proud of that, but it's the truth. There were cotton, tobacco, and sugar plantations, and Florida was part of the Confederacy. I'm also not proud of that. And our culture? Well, I grew up on cornbread, collard greens, black-eyed peas, and country music. We were brought up to be polite to everybody and say yes sir and no ma'am, and we drank a lot of sweet iced tea and ate watermelon. If that's not Southern, I don't know what is. However, you and I both know that most of the people that live in Florida now came from somewhere else, and they don't assimilate into the old Southern culture when they get here. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way it is. I will tell you what to do with your relatives, though. Really lay it on thick. Make your accent as heavy as you can. Offer them lots of sweet tea, grits, collard greens. Have fun with it. I saw something on YouTube about what to do if you hate your in-laws. You might want to look for that video. Okay, this is the last one. Shame on me writes, Sissy, I have a terrible secret. I'm so ashamed of myself, I don't know what to do. I worry that people will find out and think I'm a monster, or think I'm just plain disgusting. Sometimes I pee in the shower. I know it's wrong, and I can hardly look at myself in the mirror afterwards, but I think part of me likes feeling wicked. How can I find redemption? Redemption? Put your hand on the radio, honey. Of all the outstandingly sinful things that people do in the world today, this doesn't even get an award for participation. Honey, peeing in the shower is not a sin. Though now that I think about it, I bet some redneck Bible thumper around here has preached against it. Nevertheless, you're helping to save water. Honey, I'm going to tell you this like a Dutch uncle. Get over yourself. If it bothers you, don't do it. Otherwise, give yourself a break. The Lord has a lot of things on her plate, and she doesn't have time to mess with this. And another thing, give everybody else a break too. Nobody wants to hear about your peeing habits. Good Lord. But if you're really worried about it, there's probably something about this on YouTube. Go look it up. Anyway, I am done. D-O-N-E, done. And I don't think I've ever meant this more than I do this minute. When I say, it's good to quit talking to you. Now, bye. Bye. Bye, girl, bye.